Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be all about makeup releases, sneak peeks and all of that. And of course, as always, I am not going to talk about everything, just a few things that I'm picking and choosing. Plus last week, as you probably all know, I have been overseas and there was a replacement video, so we sort of have to catch up a tiny little bit, but I think the video is not going to be like double the length because I do believe that the makeup industry has just calmed down a tiny little bit because most of really the holiday releases are released, and now we're sort of waiting for everybody to shop. This is how it feels. Is there anything I have to update you on? I do believe that there are packages on the way to me with actually my things that I bought on Black Friday. So eventually, I hope this year still, I will be able to do a Black Friday haul, which is crazy. This is my life, seriously. But I'm super happy that there are probably something like 8 palettes coming from Black Friday, so I'm very excited about that. And I actually ordered something also this last week. I'm going to talk about this because it's one of the new releases, so I'm going to talk to you about that once we get to that. And also I got actually on my flight back, or right before I had to turn off my phone, I got a message from an indie brand that there is a PR package on the way to me. So that is super exciting, and I'm going to not tell you which brand that is, but I'm going to of course tell you once I have it and I see what it is, because I have no idea. So that is really cool. Anyway, I did not film the look. I'm so glad I didn't, because it was really hard. I was not at the top of my game. It was not the problem with the palette. It was totally me. I used the Root Cosmetics City of Neon Lights palette, which I love, and I have also done a first impression of this palette on my channel. Today I was really not, I don't know. Ever since I came back, my anxiety is like, woo, going through the roof. I don't know. So this is really my place here where I feel the best. So that's why I'm here. Of course, as always, you will find all my sources on Instagram that I'm using in the description box down below, and also the contact for Samantha March, who is the original creator of this whole show. All right, so let's move to the side and let's go in, so we can get this show on the road, okay? Let's start maybe with this one. This is from the Makeup Shack, and it is the Aesthetic Eyeshadow Palette. It's now available, and I actually think, considering, not when you see me like this today, but I think you might have noticed that I'm leaning also more towards like letting myself like neutral palettes, and I personally do consider rosy neutrals also neutrals, because for me it is, you know? So anyway, I actually kind of like this palette. I don't know what it is. I really can't tell you. I don't know what's happening with me. Maybe I'm finally growing up. I know I keep saying this, but for me it is really a stunning realization that there is more than just colors. I love colors, as you see, as you know, but for me it is amazing to let myself love so much more, and now I suddenly have so much more room in my heart for so much love. You know what I mean? All right, so this is going to retail for $70, and no, 17, I'm so sorry. That's crazy. $17. It has 4 multi-shimmer shades, 2 purple mattes, 1 black matte, 1 brown matte, and a one matte cream shade. Okay, so it looks pretty. It looks very pretty, very user-friendly for like the broad public. I think a lot of people can make looks with this. So yeah, so that is the Makeup Shack. Okay, next thing is a sneak peek from Too Faced, and they're gonna come out with the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. This one. Okay, so what I have just said about nudes, this is not it. I don't know what it is. I'm just not vibing too much with Too Faced. I don't know if it's the whole thing with this brand, like the silliness that sometimes comes. I don't like silliness in makeup, you know. I don't like Disney stuff, and I don't like you know, weird shapes, and I don't like all of this. It just distracts me and it makes me nervous. I don't know. It's just not for me. It's fine that it's there. It's just not personally for me. But of course, this is not a silly palette. It is a very classy palette. But for me, this is not what I would go for when I'm looking for neutrals. I would go for something that is a little bit more rosy, yeah, that is going to come, I think, in February. What did it say? In February. Yeah, in February 2020, it's going to launch. And yeah, so there you get all the neutral looks that you'll ever need, if that is your color scheme. Because really, I do believe that there is more to neutrals than just browns. And yeah, there is more to neutrals than just taupes, you know? So anyway, in this whole section of neutral looks, there is a whole variety of its own, which is nice. So that is just one thing, one part of that whole variety, which is personally maybe not too much for me. Let's put it that way. So next thing is from Glamlite, and I know I have not been loving Glamlite too much ever since they came out with all the food related palettes, because of my own issues with food related stuff that is, you know, and this is also sort of food related, but this is cute. Yeah, I'm contradicting myself a little bit, but it's not food shaped, so it is, I can deal with it. Okay, so this is the upcoming lip gloss line that is inspired and scented like the names that they carry. So there is hot chocolate lips, there is caramel, there is donuts, there is pecans, there is s'mores, and there is a cinnamon roll. I think that's cute. I don't know how I would feel to have the taste and the scent on my lips because of my personal issues with those foods that I cannot ever eat. But I do like the colors very, very much. I think the colors of the lip glosses are brilliant and very versatile. And again, speaking to probably a lot of people as they are speaking to me, I would have to try. I actually would like to try how I feel about it when I have something on my lips that tastes and smells like chocolate, because I have not eaten chocolate or anything sweet or anything unhealthy for years and years. So I don't know, I made a conscious decision not to eat that kind of stuff, and I don't know how I would feel about it to have it on me, you know? But the colors are amazing, love it. Very, very beautiful. Let's see, the lip glosses are available now, and they retail for $12 each or $45 for the whole set. So Glamlite, this is very well done color-wise. Yeah, again, I don't want to project my own personal trouble with that topic on like everybody. So this is really just for me, that I do not need the taste and the scent. It is a cute idea though. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. I might have to struggle my way through it, but the colors are beautiful. That is that. All right, Milani Cosmetics. Milani has been coming out with 5 new eyeshadows. I know there are 6 here on the picture, but I believe the last one, the one to the right in the bottom row, is one that they had released already. I think that's, let me just check, that's the Gilded Gold palette, I think. And the other ones are now Gilded Luster Light, Gilded Pastel, Gilded Twilight, Gilded Coast, and Gilded Nude. Okay, so they retail for $20 each. And again, I have nothing against this. I love abundance, as you know. I know that it's maybe a little bit overwhelming to have 6 palettes presented to you, and then you think, wow, what do you need? Now, do I need everything? Or how do I choose? I personally have the hardest time to choose, you know, because I always feel like I'm neglecting one of my children if I don't have it all. So I always have to force myself to narrow it down to really what I want. So that's why I'm forcing myself to also do not impulse buy, because then you will go overboard and you will automatically be tempted to buy more than you really need. So I always advise people, if they want to hear my opinion, put it in your shopping basket on the website, let it sit for a couple of days, and then go back and look at it again, you know. So it gives you the feeling of having it safe, of having it sort of, and then you can later on go and like declutter and see what you actually need. So that's what I very, very often do, honestly, and it has saved me a lot of money. All right, so that was Milani. The next thing is from ColourPop, and ColourPop collaborated with I Am Becky G. I believe they have been collaborating before. I'm not following this so much, so but I do believe so. So this is a collection that is called Hola Chola, I think, or Hola Chola. I really don't know how to pronounce it the correct way. So there we have a 12 pen eyeshadow palette. Let me see if I have a closer picture. Yeah, so this is the palette. It is an all matte palette, very neutral with a gray and a red. And that is maybe not so much my thing, maybe because it's all matte, even though I've been doing a couple of like very nice all matte looks that actually surprised me that it looked that nice. Though my preference is always to have a shimmer in the palette, at least like a third shimmers in the palette, which I really do enjoy. There are also 3 liquid lipstick kits to go with this. There are 2 pressed powder bronzers, and there is all kinds of other stuff. So anyway, this is the whole collection. And do I have prices? Right now here I don't have prices, but I guess the eyeshadow palette is going to be around probably $18, maybe, I'm not sure. You better check. Anyway, moving on to Tarte. And that is so funny that I saw this now, because I have spoken about this, I think in August, when they sneak peeked it. And a couple of weeks ago, I said in a video, whatever happened to this? Did ever anyone see what happened to this? And now it has launched. Finally, Tarte, the buzzworthy collection has launched. Okay, so this is the BU, B as in bee, the animal, BU eyeshadow palette, which retails for $27. And then there's also a brush set, and there's vegan lip oil, there are lipsticks, there is all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I think when I remember the sneak peek, when they only showed us like tiny little pieces of the palette, first of all, I don't understand what happened. They sneak peeked that, I'm pretty sure that was the middle of or end of August. I'm pretty sure. And what happened? It's almost end of December and now it dropped. I don't think that that was supposed to be. I don't know. Something happened there, which is, you know, whatever. So anyway, the palette is, I think, a letdown. I was thinking that there would be more. I was thinking, I remember that there would be like a really nice, dark and rich burgundy, and I don't know. That is what I thought in the sneak peek. And also more yellows, less neutrals. You know, more like a variety of like honey yellow, but also other like, I don't know. I was just thinking more than this. You know, it is not a bad palette if that is the color scheme you want. And I think that I could rock this palette too. Would I go ahead and buy it for myself? No, because I'm sad that it's a letdown for me personally. But yeah, it's not a bad palette. Not saying that, it's just not as much as I had wanted it to be. Something like that. Okay, so let's talk about Makeup Revolution. And I think this has released already some time back because I have not been filming this video for 2 weeks. So that is this. So these are color books and I actually think that's amazing. I love this. I love monochromatic palettes. As you know, I love to have one side in mattes and one side in corresponding shimmers. I love that. I don't know about the quality of those particular palettes. I do own a few Makeup Revolution palettes. Are they the best quality ever out there? No. Can you work with them? Definitely. So, and also, you know, the price always, you know, it's very intriguing to have a $20 palette that gives you so much, you know. I think it's brilliant, especially of course the blue and green one I absolutely love. I'm also very intrigued by the gray and black one, honestly, you know. I've been looking into black and gray palettes quite a bit now because I want one palette with that color scheme in my collection. So is it this one? I'm not sure, but just saying, I think personally that this is a good release. It's a good release. And I, as you know, I like big palettes. I have nothing against this. This is 48 shades in this palette and $20 each. I like it. I totally do. Okay, next thing from Makeup Revolution, I really just wanted to show you this because I love the names. I'm not too much into what is in the palettes, but just look at this, okay? These, as of right now when I'm filming this, you get part of these palettes, depending on how much you spend, you get, I think like for $30 you can choose one of the palettes. For $60 or spending $50, you get 2 of the palettes, and I don't know, if you spend more, then you get all 4 palettes. Anyway, so I just really loved it, how they named them. There is the brave spirit, there is the kind heart, there is the fierce mind, and there is the strong soul. And I was thinking, whoa, I want everything. I want all of this, not the palettes, but what's written on them. I want to be this. I want to have a brave spirit. I want to have a kind heart, working on it. I want to have a strong soul and a fierce mind. I want to have this. That is beautifully done. I love this. Really, really nice. Now, again, from the inside of the palette, don't need it, but that just as a spiritual thing, I would like to have that. Where can I order this, please? All right, let's talk about Serenely Blissful Cosmetics. I don't think I have talked about that brand yet here. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Anyway, they're coming out with gift sets, lip gloss gift sets, and I just thought that was really, really nice. So, for example, this one here is the Trio lip gloss. You can buy that for $15 and get 1 clear lip gloss free. I'm not so much into clear lip glosses. It doesn't make much sense for me, but that's besides the point. You get it for free. And if you want, you can also choose 3 of your own lip glosses and make your own set for $15. I think that is a super price for 3 lip glosses, and the colors, at least here, I've not been on the website. I don't know what the other color choices are, but the things that I see here on that picture, the 3 lip glosses, actually look really, really beautiful. And I think, like, if you have 3 colors like this, you're basically set. I think, you know, that it's really, really pretty and very well done. Really like the idea. The next thing I want to talk to you about is also already available for a while, and maybe it has sold out already by now. I really don't know. This is from Kristen Lee Cosmetics, and this is the, what are they calling it? The Mean Green collection. Now, you know that green is my color. Nobody else should have it. No, just kidding. Green and Leorah is a very special heart and soul connection. This is my feel strong color, my to-go-to color for everything. You know, in my clothes, in my wraps. Not today so much, just a little bit, but anyway, it's so beautiful. These shades are so beautiful. You can, of course, buy the whole collection. You can buy them as singles. I wouldn't even know how to choose. Again, I would feel like I'm choosing between my kids. Who is my favorite? You know, I don't know. That is impossible. I would have to have the whole collection, and that is undoubtedly not in my price range. So anyway, that is beautiful. I would love to have it so bad. Will not have it, unfortunately, because I just can't, but it's super beautiful. And if I would have this, believe me, sweeties, there would not be one more bad makeup day. I promise you. Anyway, that is super, super beautiful, and I think she is available on Etsy. Is she? Or does she have a website? It will be linked. Everything will be linked in the description box, so you will have an easy time finding it. All right, next thing is from Likely Makeup. So this is the full reveal of the inside of her Fairy Blush palette, and I actually thought that is special. It's really special. Is that the blushes that I would necessarily lean towards? Maybe not, but considering that it is fairy blushes, I can totally see this. I think it's cool. It released on the 13th. Shh. Seriously, my phone. Yeah. Anyway, this is really, really pretty. Is it going to be for me? Maybe not, because I would maybe not get the most use out of it. And right now, I'm just building my collections with the things I really, you know, I will be able to use. My looks are not so much into like the fairy world or avant-garde looks. If I were into that a little bit more, then I would totally go for this. But as of right now, I'm not. I'm a little bit more traditional when it comes to like the rest of my face and like besides my eyes. But I think it's really, really nice. So if you are into this, then that might be absolutely your thing. Okay, next thing is from Elisha Storm Cosmetics, and this is the Timeless palette. This palette has launched now. It has 11 mattes, 2 shimmers, 3 pressed glitters. It's not for everybody with the pressed glitters. I personally always say, like, I don't have a problem with pressed glitters. Would I go and look for them? No. If they are already in the palette, it's not my preference, but I can deal with it. My only issue with pressed glitters in a palette is really that it messes up my lashes, and then I have to like clean them more thoroughly, and I don't have time. So that is really my only issue, because I love to wear glitters. I think it's lovely to have glitters on your eyes. So anyway, I personally don't have a problem with it. I think it's a nice palette, half neutral, more than half. I would say like 2/3 neutral and 1/3 colorful, which is nice, gives you a nice, you know, way to just mix it up a little bit. So if that is for you, then go right ahead. I think it is a very nice release from Elisha Storm Cosmetics. The next thing is from Blush Tribe, and they have been releasing their cool titanium dust pigments, which look like this. Yeah, I think they actually look really, really nice when you look at the swatches, and you can really see how they sparkle and how nice they are. I was actually thinking the other day, what happened to Blush Tribe? They haven't released anything in quite a bit. I think they released their Layla 2 palette in the beginning of August, and ever since it has been quiet, or I have missed something. I don't know. But yeah, I was actually thinking about them the other day. Now, these pigments actually look really, really nice. It's not my preference. Loose pigments is not my preference, but they look really nice. Anyway, let's move on. This is here from Charlotte Tilbury. These are additions to the Stoned Rose collection, if I understand this right. There is a palette that is a bit of a challenge for me when I look at it, because you know what, there are like 2 eyeshadow shades, then there are highlighter shades and brightening shades and blush shades and everything in that small palette, and but everything is so you know what I mean? Like, am I alone in this? So this is coming soon. The palette will retail for $75, and then there's also the fitting lipstick, which is, yeah. I just really, I don't know, I don't get the prices. It makes me angry. It's really making me angry. I know I've been speaking about this quite a bit now, that I think also luxury brands can calm down a bit. You know, it's not even funny anymore. So for a palette like this is not worth $75. You know, I'm trying to be very positive here on my channel, and I'm not just, you know, going around bashing everything just because I can't get it. But that, sweeties, $75, I don't see it. I really don't. I really don't. All right, the next thing I wanted to talk about, wasn't there something from, yeah, there is another thing from Charlotte Tilbury, and that is this eyeshadow palette, which is, I think, Instant Eye palette in Pillow Talk. Whatever that means. I know Pillow Talk. I'm familiar with the concept. Anyway, but yeah, again, this is a palette that looks very much like the palette that we spoke about in the beginning, the Too Faced palette. Neutrals, yes. I even can go like with this segment to the far right, which is a little bit more rosy neutrals. Everything else I find personally very bland and uninteresting. Don't know. It's coming soon. I don't know the price. I don't even think I want to know. So yeah, that was Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to talk about Pat McGrath in a second, because that is of course also a very high-end luxury brand, but at least she is making interesting stuff, you know? Interesting. So yeah, good. Let's go to Morphe. So Morphe has collaborated with Manny MUA, and that's again a thing like a couple of weeks ago when Morphe collaborated with Jeffree Star and they came out with a palette together. Now Manny MUA and Morphe are coming out with this palette together, 2 highlighter shades. Everything else is very, very neutral. And again, not necessarily the kinds of neutrals that I would like. I don't know, that is not for me, which I'm grateful for, because, you know, it's just one thing less that I need to have. So that will retail for $20, which I do think it's a good price. The highlighters in the palette, it's not my preference at all. I have one palette, do I have that here? I have one palette from, let me check, this one. Desert Oasis from BH Cosmetics. It has gorgeous highlighter shades here, super, super pretty, perform absolutely amazing. Am I using them? No, because they're stuck in this palette, you know, because I rarely use this for myself, so I never dig out the palette just for that. So that's a shame, and I think it is always better for a brand to come out with a smaller palette if you know, if you don't want to go for more shades and fill up the space that has become available when you take out the highlighters with more eyeshadows. Just come out with a smaller palette and have 2 highlighter shades on the side, you know, besides the palette, in a separate palette. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's nerve-wracking. Then there was something else from Morphe, and that is definitely what I need to talk to. I need to talk to you about this. Yeah, so that is this palette, this green one here, with a bit of orangey leaning neutrals, and it's like a sea foam kind of. What is this? It's so beautiful. I love this palette. I saw it, I ordered it. This is on the way to my best friend in America, so she can, you know, she's always compiling the stuff and then she sends it on to me. So this is coming. And then there's also the other palette, and I also had that in my shopping cart already. That is this rosy neutral palette, which is absolutely my color scheme these days. Absolutely love it. I love that there is enough depth in the palette. I love that there is also this hint of purple in the palette. Really like it. They retail for $18 each, and yeah, really like it. I ended up not ordering this one because I know I have those 2 ColourPop I have 2 ColourPop palettes that are sort of leaning towards the rosy neutrals coming to me, so I want to first check those and then see if I really need this and not just, you know, spend the money. So we shall see if I'm going to order that still, but definitely the green one is definitely on the way to me. Really like it. What else? Then there is MAC. MAC Cosmetics is celebrating the Chinese New Year with this new collection here, and actually I can't really say that the collection on its own like speaks super much to me. I really like the design of the packaging, though. Would not be a reason for me to buy it, but I can appreciate it. Like I do enjoy when something is packaged nicely. So there is of course a rosy neutral palette with a shiny gray, like a dark gray, and a pop of blue, which is, you know, when you like this, when that is your kind of a deal, then that's what you'll have. I don't know why the black is a shimmer or the dark gray is a shimmer. That does not make sense to me, but that is just my makeup style. So anyway, the highlighter looks nice, the lip glosses look nice, the blush looks nice, the packaging looks nice. It will probably be available in my country too. I will not get it though. It's not that special to me that I need to have it. Okay, then BH Cosmetics, now that we already spoke about BH Cosmetics a second ago. So they're collaborating with Laviedunprince. So this is a palette from BH Cosmetics in collaboration with that person. It retails for $18. It has 12 mattes and shimmery shades. It's half neutral and half colorful. Yeah, I think in general, especially on the neutral side, it is lacking some depth, if you ask me. But yeah, I think overall it is a nice palette, a nice idea to, you know, have it all in one palette. Yeah. This is what happens when people tag me on Facebook. This is how it sounds, and I have no way of turning that off. It's at nighttime, it's at daytime. This is how it sounds. So if that is on video, it's because you guys love me and tag me on Facebook. Anyway, okay, let's go on to McGrath. And yeah, so that is what I wanted to talk about. That is the Galactic Gold palette and the Dark Galaxy palette. I think those are the 2 smaller ones. And then the bigger one to the bottom is the Rise of Skywalker. I think so, yes. So these palettes, of course, are going to retail for a lot of money. I don't even like, it's not normal. It's not normal. I hate it. But the price, I hate the price. The color schemes are interesting. And that is what I meant compared to Charlotte Tilbury, who is like, this is nice, you know? And I know that Pat McGrath is probably even more expensive than Charlotte Tilbury, which is like, yeah. Don't even, you know, yeah. It looks nice. I'm not gonna buy it, and I'm getting more and more annoyed, and I really would like to just boycott all the brands that are going so overboard, because I think it's just not normal and it's not fair. But especially with Pat McGrath, I sort of have a thing with her, you know. I like her ideas, I like her thinking, the way she thinks. I just don't like the pricing. I don't think it's justified just because it's Pat McGrath. I don't think so. Okay, we are going back apparently to BH Cosmetics, jumping back and forth a tiny little bit. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is a 25 color eyeshadow and highlighter palette. It's called Crystal Zodiac, and it's retails for $27. And now, after we have done this whole year of very challenging Zodiac series palettes, this is actually something that I think is nice. This, I think, is pretty well done. I think I could work with this. It's cute. You know, do I need this arrangement of shades? I don't. I really don't. Stuff like this makes me nervous, but that is just me. Color-wise, I think it's nice. Yeah. All right. So you have, of course, 12 big shimmers. You have 12 pigment rich velvety mattes, and then you have that one big highlighter in the middle. Looks all very nice. It is available. No, it's coming soon. Sorry, it's coming soon. And yeah, and that is what it is. Okay, the last thing for today, my sweethearts, is this. With Love Cosmetics, their brand new green palette. Sweeties, what can I say? What can I say that this is so beautiful? This is so beautiful, and also I'm going to add something else to this, because seriously, this brand, just found it recently, have been following it some time on Instagram. All right, so let's talk about this. This is their new palette. I think, though, it is 6 pressed glitters. Am I saying this right? I think so. I think that's, at least on this palette, this is 6 pressed glitters. Yeah, this is their purple palette, which is also so beautiful that I don't know what to say. Do I like the fact that there's pressed glitters? No, I don't need to say all of this again, right? It's not my preference. Would I be able to work with this? Absolutely. I think it's beautiful. The purple palette, sweeties, the green palette. I feel like this makes me want to cry from joy. This is how I feel about those two palettes. They have more. You got to check them out. Super, super pretty. I like also in both of those palettes, now not just speaking about those two, the purple palette and the green palette, that they have a nice variety in the mattes, you know, from dark to light. I think that is very, very nice. Even though it is just 3 mattes in the palette, it still gives you a nice variety of blends that you can work with. So I absolutely love this release, even though it is 2/3 of pressed glitters in the palette. Yeah, I wish it would be shimmers or metallics or something like this. I totally wish, but still, I think it's absolutely awesome. All right, so that is it for today. Let's very quickly go through my favorites. So definitely, I'm just going to start now from the end. With Love Cosmetics, the green palette and the purple palette, absolutely top notch for me, color story wise, absolutely beautiful. I would rock that. Super beautiful. Okay, then of course Kristen Lee, the green, mean green collection, I think. Yeah, the mean green collection, absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's me, I know. Yeah, and I would also say the Morphe palette, the green Morphe palette, that of course I have on the way to me. I really like that one. And I would say Glamlite, those lip glosses. I really like the shades of these lip glosses, you know, Glamlite. Beautifully done. Very nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it with that. I could also include, of course, Revolution, those storybook, color book palettes. I really think that's a good idea, you know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, let's just include it. You know, let's just include it. So let's include Revolution, Makeup Revolution, the story color book. color book palettes. All right, sweeties, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to let me know what your favorites were this time. I'm so glad I'm back. I just love to be here and talk to you and film, and this is just, it's so good for me. It's my therapy place here. So thank you for being here in my therapy group. If you're new here and you want to join the therapy, then please subscribe to my channel. And of course, you will find all the brands linked down in the description box. Also, hopefully, if I have space, I will also tell you what my makeup is all about. And you will find also my discount codes that I have, and also my social media contacts. All right, so that is it. I'll see you here tomorrow for another video. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Love you so much. Hugs and kisses. Bye.